everyone, this is Veronica and welcome to this video. Today I'm partnering up with HEB to show you a springtime makeup look slash tutorial. I'm going to show you a few things and a few ways that I like to kind of springify my makeup. So the first thing I'll say is I have a pretty simple makeup routine. I like to kind of keep it simple. I don't do a ton of like highlighting and blending and all kinds of like different eyeshadows and stuff. I just like to keep it pretty simple, but I think my actual makeup routine kind of is more spring-like because it's kind of lighter, airier. So I'm just going to show you a few things that I do to keep my makeup fresh for spring and kind of talk about each product I use and how I use them. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is eyes. I'm going to kind of start from the top and work my way down. So for eyes, I like to simply line them and put mascara on. Super simple. I don't do like a ton of eyeshadow or anything, but the one thing I will say is that for spring, I do like to lighten things up a little bit. So what I mean by that is instead of using like a darker eyeshadow to line my lower lash line, which I usually use, I switch to a lighter one. So this one is called Cafe Au Lait, and it's by L'Oreal. And it's kind of like a nice lighter brown color. And I just use a flat top brush like this. I'm trying to put it, there you go. You can see it like that. So I just use a flat top brush like that to apply it underneath my lash line. And I find that when I use sort of a lighter brown eyeshadow, it does lighten things up. Doesn't make things quite so dark. And then I use the Revlon Color Stay eyeliner just to line my top lash line. But I do a very close tight line. I don't do like a thick line or a wing or anything. I just kind of tight line it as close to the lash line as possible. And the thing I like about this liner, in addition to it having really good staying power, is that it actually has this little blending brush at the top. So it's like a spongy but very firm blending brush. So when you put it close to your lash line, you can kind of use this part of the brush to just blend it out, you know, so as you're applying it, it kind of helps push the product down into your lash line and just blurs it out a little bit, which I really personally like. And then I do line my waterline. That's optional. I just prefer how that looks, but this is also great for that because, like I said, the Color Stay collection from Revlon has really good staying power. And then among the most important things that I would say for a spring makeup look, and I do this all year round, but if you're just looking to switch your routine and maybe you weren't doing this before, this is one of the products that I've been using for years and years. It's a holy grail product, and it's the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind dark circle eraser. Now the thing you need to know about this is the one you need to buy, the color, and I'll link it down below. The color is called Brightener Illuminator. And the reason you want this one is because it's pink. Like you can tell just by looking at it, it's a light, soft pink. And the reason why this brightens the under eye area is because it brings a lightness and brightness with those light pink pigments to that area. And it does have a sponge top applicator, and all I do is I kind of do a streak under each eye, and then I take like a small, almost like an eyeshadow blending brush, and I just blend it out. And another thing you can do with this is you can actually also place it on the inner corner of your eye to brighten up that area. And I've actually even put it on my eyelid. Like if I'm like really tired that day or my eyelid area is just looking kind of dark, I'll even put this on top of my eyelid and just blend it out. So, you know, it's not eyeshadow, but it can kind of like conceal like an eyeshadow would, which is great. So this is such an awesome product. Like I said, I've been repurchasing this for years and years. And I think it's perfect if you haven't used something like this before to kind of transition yourself into spring and bring a little lightness to your face. The next product I want to talk about, and I'm crazy about eyebrows. I love thick, natural-looking eyebrows. I barely ever do anything to mine, to be honest with you. I kind of tweeze them every once in a while, just the strays, but I basically keep them just how they are because I find that I prefer them on me just thicker. But I found this great new product that I've been using for a few weeks now. It's by Maybelline New York. It's called Brow Define and Fill Duo. So what I love about this is that, so the one side is the actual pencil part. So just like you would use any brow pencil to fill in your brows, and I do have a favorite brow tutorial that I'll actually link below in the down bar so you can check out how I fill in my brows. But the best part about this is, so the one side is the pencil, and oftentimes I'll find when I use a pencil, I'm still having to use another product to fill in the areas, especially like towards the front of your brow. I like the pencil for defining like the ends and just kind of tracing out your brow, but I'm still finding that my eyebrows are sparse enough to where I'm having to add more color and I'm having to use a secondary product for that. So what's amazing about this one is that the other side of the pencil has a sponge tip, and the sponge tip has powder built into it that comes out of the other end of the pencil. So all you do is line your brows, and then you're literally just using this powder part to fill in any sparse areas or gaps that you have. So I just think this product is so amazing. I'm obsessed with it. And it's like a one-step thing. If you're, especially, I mean, if you're at home, it's not like too inconvenient to use two different products, but if you have very little time in the morning to get ready and or you're traveling or something like that, I love the two-in-one option. I've like never owned a product that had both the powder and the pencil in one, so this is super awesome. I love it. And you know, filling in your brows, it's not like springtime makeup, but it's kind of essential to any makeup look, and I think a strong brow has been trending for several seasons now, and it kind of just brings out you know, balance in your face. So I feel like any makeup routine, you have to fill in your brows. I kind of feel like it frames your whole face out. And then I will talk about my favorite mascara. One of my friends actually introduced me to this. It's Maybelline The Falsies Volume Express. I've been using this for months. She came and shot my son's newborn photos, and her lashes looked amazing. And I asked her, what are you using? And it's this. The Falsies, and I do use the waterproof version just because I live in Houston and it's really hot here, and I find that if I don't use waterproof mascaras, not only are regular mascaras like wetter formulas, they don't really hold the curl in my lashes, but I find that they transfer on my eyelid. So I always use waterproof versions, and the brushes just curve like this. And I don't know, for some reason, I know this is, you know, an inexpensive mascara, but it's one of the best ones I've ever used. I've kind of tried different ones along the way, and there's other ones I like as well, but the one I consistently keep coming back to is this one. Absolutely love it. Okay, so let's move on to, I do want to mention one product, by the way, before I move on to the other stuff, but so one product I recently started using is the Revlon, this is called, I believe it's a new one because I just got it recently, Revlon Photoready Instafix. So it's a concealer, and it is supposed to give you like a flawless airbrushed appearance. I just apply this with a concealer brush, and I kind of like stipple it into my skin. I really like the effect this gives, especially when you finish it off with powder. It really covers well, and the color I use is 120 Vanilla. And I will make a note about this color. I tend to like to use yellow toned skin products because I feel like they bring out the warmth in your skin. And the vanilla color definitely has yellow undertones, so I really love this. And you could use this under your eyes as well, but personally, I like to use the light pink products, like I said, just to bring lightness and brightness to your under eye area. Okay, so back to spring makeup. So the first thing that I start to do in the spring is I start to use self-tanner. I use it on my face, my body, everywhere. And the reason I do this is because, you know, as it gets warmer outside, you know, we're wearing skirts and dresses more often, and I just like to have a little color to my skin because I'm very fair naturally. And then another way that I enhance this self-tan is by applying bronzer. And the bronzer that I used for this tutorial is actually, this is a new one to me, and it's the NYX Matte Bronzer. Let me open it up for you. So this is the color. First of all, I love that it's matte, especially if you're gonna, I feel like in the springtime you tend to add more shimmery things, which I'm actually gonna talk about next, blushes and things like that. In the springtime you tend to add more shimmer to your overall look. So I feel like also having a shimmering bronzer is a little bit overkill personally. So I love that this bronzer is matte and I'm wearing it right now. I really like the way it looks. I personally just use a brush like this to apply my bronzer. It kind of picks up the product really nicely. And the areas I use it on are, you know, obviously on each cheekbone, down my nose, and then along my hairline. I don't do it like on my chin or neck or anything. For me personally, I just think that's a little bit overkill, but overall, I just really, really like this bronzer, and it kind of leads into my next point as being complementary to the blush I'm going to use, and I haven't applied my blush yet because I wanted to do it in this video. So the blush I'm using today is by Milani Baked Blush. This is the color Dolce Pink. I've actually reviewed this on my blog before, so I'll try to find that review and link it below. because I really, really love this blush, and I've worn it in several pictures on my blog and everything like that. So this blush has a beautiful shimmer highlight to it, and that's the reason I want to use a matte bronzer, because I feel like if I'm going to use a shimmery blush and I'm also going to do a highlight on top of the blush, a shimmery bronzer is overkill. You just want to use the bronzer to like define, you know, different features on your face versus making everything super shimmery, especially when it's bright and sunny out. When the sun hits your skin, I feel like you kind of just want to see the highlight, you know, with the blush in one place and not all over. So this blush, like I said, is beautiful. I'm just going to tap it off on a little towel I've got here. And how I apply my blush is I actually just do a little smile, and I just apply it to my cheekbones. Kind of to the apples, actually. And you can already see that it added quite some nice color there. So once I've done that, I actually just take like a clean powder brush and I blend it out. Just a little bit. And then today I am going to add a highlight. And like I said, in the springtime, it's so pretty to add a little shimmer to your skin. I feel like in the winter, it's more about like dark, matte. But as the springtime comes, you kind of want to add that, I hate to use the word whimsical, but I'm going to use that. You just want to kind of have that airy, ethereal look to your skin, and a shimmer product can do that. And this is Revlon's Rose Glow. It's a highlighting palette. And as you can see, it has the variations in the color. So it goes from light to darker, almost to like a bronzy pinky color. I usually kind of just swipe across the whole thing. I don't really concentrate in one area over the other. And I'm just going to go ahead and towel off my brush a little bit to get the excess blush product off that I just used. And then I'm just going to do a few swipes. I'm going to tap it off again. And then for this one, I'm actually going to just focus on highlighting just the tops of my cheekbones. You kind of want to focus it in that area so it's acting as a highlight and not like darkening your blush up too much. And the nice thing actually about these highlighting products are if you've used the Maybelline concealer, you know, underneath your eye, I actually think the light pink shimmeriness of this Revlon highlight palette brings that out even more so. So, you know, when I started this video, I wasn't wearing any blush or anything. So I think that you can see just the difference it makes. It really brightens up your face and makes you look sort of more springy, and kind of takes you into those bright pinks for spring and summer versus kind of the sort of more muted or darker blushes that a lot of people might use in the winter. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about, and I'm absolutely obsessed with these products. I've actually been using these for months and months. Like I didn't buy these just for this video. I've been using these for a long time, and they're the Revlon Color Burst Matte Balms. And I have, the two colors I have are called Elusive and Honey. So right now I'm actually wearing the Honey, so I'll just, I'll open that up and show you. It's kind of just like a chubby crayon stick, and the reason I love this is because it has a balmy texture, and it also has really good pigmentation payoff. Like you can see that my lips have a really nice color payoff with this product, and yet, you know, when you put it on your skin, I mean, it's totally buildable. I'll show you, actually, let me swatch this one too so you can see it. See, that one's a little bit darker. So if you want like a brighter pop of pink, go for that one. But if you just want like a great everyday color, the Honey is amazing. And what's so great about this, it's called, you know, matte balm, or this one's balm stain and this one's matte balm. I should clarify that. So this one has a matte finish and this one has a balmy finish. But other than that, they're like from the same product range and both by Revlon. So the Honey is the balm stain, and what I love about this is that when I put it on my lips, it already has a balmy appearance. I don't need to follow it with a lip gloss or a chapstick or anything like that. It gives great color payoff, and on top of that, it also moisturizes your lips and gives them a balmy appearance. So I just love this product, totally obsessed with it, been using it for months and months, and I can't say more great things about it. So that is kind of a wrap up of products I'm loving for spring and products that I'm using myself this spring in my makeup routine. As you all know, I'm not one to kind of switch it up, but what I do is I try a lot of different products from different brands to achieve a makeup look that is, true to me and true to my style. So, every time I review a product, I kind of think about how does this work in my makeup routine? So I hope you enjoyed all of the products that I've showed here today to create a spring makeup look. And I hope to see you again in another video. And thank you again to HEB for partnering for this video. We do our grocery shopping there all the time, and it's so easy to just go there, go to HEB while I'm doing my groceries, pick out the cosmetics that I need to stock up on, or oftentimes I'm spending way too much time in that aisle actually looking at all the new products. As my husband's like, come on, we gotta go. So sometimes I spend a little too much time in that aisle, but I love that, we're already out there shopping, getting our groceries, and then I can pick up some things to try for a new look. They even have nail polishes, everything. So love that. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.